Hello, everybody, and welcome once again to 3Y TV. And tonight, it's the Team Watson Racing Setups Dirt Race at Bristol Motor Speedway. I'm your host, Mike Goodman. Along with me, as always, is Carlos, but no Matthew Bayou today. And again, tonight we race Bristol Dirt as practice just wrapped up. Now we'll go to qualifying here tonight. And these Gen 6 cars, looks like there's going to be a lot of slipping and sliding. Let's see Rhett Nichols making first qualifying laps here tonight. Should be a wild one here tonight indeed. We'll keep you updated on that. There's Mr. Daytona. Good old Parker Collins for RK Racing. Now let be left the beaches of Daytona, hitting the dirt here at Bristol. See how he translates. Oh, gets a little high in the corner. And kind of talking to some of the drivers. Corner entry and just putting the power down on the straightaway could be the biggest issue. Our defending champion, Nick Indelicato, looks fast going through the corners, but you see him all over the place. It's going to be fun running side by side. And as we have qualifying continuing here, just to let you know, 2 halves, 57 laps apiece. And the top 10 cars will invert, and a couple of road course ringers here tonight as well. We'll get through those once we get to the starting lineups. There's Cameron Rich, winner last week of half number 2 at the road course. Can he go back to back here at Bristol? Right now, let's try to get the qualifying order up. Dylan Thomas in that 00, he's filling in for Caden Tufts on top of the leaderboard. He's a guy who's very comfortable on dirt. Here's a guy who's showing some speed, but oh, he's out of control. Tim Conrad, old OSCA daddy. And Cole, but I gotta ask you, Carlos, you know, a sleeper pick last week. How's he feeling about the dirt here tonight?
Feeling more confident here than he was at Daytona Road, and he was feeling pretty confident at Daytona Road. He had a good top 10 finish going for both heats, and unfortunately got involved in an accident in the second heat that put him outside the top 10. But he's feeling confident here tonight.
Ooh, I'm liking that. He's currently sitting 9th in qualifying so far. Tarble said he felt pretty comfortable, maybe not fast, but comfortable. And sometimes here at the dirt, that's pretty important. And there, how about that? That's something near and dear to my heart. Zachary Rogers filling in for Alex Kenton, running the Lonnie Lou throwback. And if anyone's from Central Wisconsin watching tonight, will recognize that car running at Monster Hall, Kobe Speedway back in the day. It's a pretty neat looking throwback, always near and dear to my heart. And there tonight we have Robert Hill Jr. filling in for Brent Jones. He's gonna take that weekend Woodsman Toyota, into the wall, into the barriers, and around. Try to get back going. So just about a minute, 50 seconds. Oh yeah, Kynan Jones and Dylan Thomas. Yeah, tied so far for the pole. I'm gonna see if iRacing, does it have a difference?
iRacing has a difference.
Yep, it's 4.67 for Thomas and a 4.69 for Kynan Jones, so pretty close by lap times there. Holy crap. And there's Adam Peeler in the number 13, Sugar Moon Creations, Toyota. And, you know, guys, that car looks way too clean right now. I think that thing's going to get a little bit dirty and destroyed. Cameron Rich looks like he's going back out there trying to get his lap in, currently sitting 14th. On the leaderboard, see if he can improve there on lap number 2. Go down the back route, and 14th it is. It's about 50 seconds left. I don't think many cars are left to qualify. I think Gerald Campbell, the only one who didn't take time, and that might have been. And it looks like he went out on track, so he might not have gotten a lap in. Starting in the back, and Gerald Campbell running the number 71 car for Dave Carpenter, who believes at Daytona this week, enjoying the festivities. Maybe he's enjoying the Gatorade duels tonight as well. Those are on. We'll We give you a few updates on that as well, as it does look like Dylan Thomas is going to win the pole here for tonight's Team Watson Racing Setups dirt race here at Bristol. And I mean, we got a couple seconds here. I think we should dive into the picks. Vic, I can't remember who's
I
first.
was actually thinking the same thing, good sir.
Oh, yeah.
You know what? I'm gonna go with someone that I'm never gonna get to pick ever again. I don't think so. I'm gonna pick the 95.
Ooh, yeah, that's a good one.
Good pick there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm picking the 95 of Tyler Fody. It's his only scheduled start for the season, so I'm picking him.
So who do we have next?
Next up is Carlos, and then you.
Ooh.
I'm gonna go a bit unconventional with my pick here tonight. I'm gonna go ahead and pick somebody who I'm hoping kind of stays out of trouble and doesn't get any form of hurt here tonight. But he's gonna be starting second. I'm gonna be picking number 73, Kynan Jones.
Ooh, Kynan Jones, I like that pick. He's got the land shark look back with him. Well, I'm gonna go with the old high line tickler here. I'm gonna go with that 00 of Dylan Thomas. I think he's gonna be pretty quick. He's comfortable on dirt.
My turn. So I like speed out of the 10 car. I'll take Tyler for this race.
Ooh, old Tyler. So I
Right.
think
and I think for Matt's pick, I think I know who we should pick for him.
Who's that? Who? Let's see if we
You
agree.
know what? I think that we should pick Jeff Green.
Let's go.
That
for
sounds
it.
fair.
So Jeff Green he probably would tell you otherwise, but back in 26. But
Look, I didn't say we were gonna make a good pick for him. I said we
Hey.
should make a pick for him.
Yeah, okay, we'll go with it. Hey, it's better than
Hey.
not getting points at all, right?
Yeah, Matt, it's better than nothing.
Yeah.
Matt's
you
gonna
got
be
that
really
going for
angry at us.
Should show up next time.
Yeah. Show up.
So the picks are in, right? Picks are in. We'll go through the starting lineup here for tonight's race, and let me get my little cheat sheet up. And again, on the pole is that 00 Weekend Woodsman Racing Chevrolet from Denison, Texas. It's going to be Dylan Thomas. And on the outside of him, we got Carlos's pick. It's Kynan Jones, the Land Shark. And he's running for Nurse Aviator Racing, and he's from Blackwater, Queensland, Australia. And starting in the third position is Ty McIntosh for Shift Esports, and he's from Asheville, North Carolina. And alongside him, last week's first half winner is going to be Rhett Nichols for a Hollow Type by Team Watson Racing, and he's from Washington, D.C. And next up is in the fifth position is the ringer here tonight. He was fastest in practice, Tyler Fody, running that 95 car for South Shore Racing, and he's from Jacksonville, Florida. And then in the sixth position is going to be Sam Dreas in that number 20 S2 Racing Ford, and he's from Coxsackie. I believe I'm still not comfortable with that. New York. And alongside him, making his OSCA debut in the number 45. I got to look at the team name here. Darren Staff Racing. It's from Inner Groves Heights, Minnesota. It's Darren Straff. It's his debut, isn't it?
There's no R in Staff.
Yeah.
It's Darren Staff Jr.
Oh, so he's two people. Huh. Interesting. So next up in the number 43, 43 Hollow Type by Team Watson Racing Chevrolet. It's James Watson. He's from Fairfield, California. And alongside of him is going to be, or I'd say next row, would be the number 91 of Cooper Johnson for South Shore Racing. And he's out of South Paul, Minnesota. Or St. Paul, Minnesota, South Paul. Next up is going to be that guy who's confident here tonight in that number 52, RK Motorsports from Santee, California. It's Justin Kolb. And then in the 11th position in that number 14, Lonnie Lou throwback for Weekend Woodsman Racing. He's out of Louisville, Kentucky. It's Zachary Rogers. Starting in the 12th position in that number 96 South Shore Racing Chevrolet from South Bend, Indiana. It's Adam Tepe. In the 13th spot from Schaumburg, Illinois, and somewhere around there, for South Shore Racing, it's David Westergreen. And In the outside of him will be the number 6 of Cameron Rich for RK Motorsports, and he's from Yorktown, Virginia. And in the 15th spot is Nick Indelicato for Shift Esports, and he's out of Syracuse, New York. In the 16th position will be Nathaniel Cherry for Shift Esports. He's from Edmonton, Alberta, Canada. And in the 17th spot is Dustin Dewar for Do Good Motorsports, and he's from Medford, Wisconsin, the Dragon. And next up in the 18th position is going to be Adam Peeler for Nurse Aviator Racing, and he's from Spartanburg, South Carolina. And filling in again for Brent Jones in that number 89, it's going to be Robert Hill Jr., and he's out of Ottawa, Ontario, Canada. He's running for Nurse Aviator Racing. And in the 20th position, look for him to go to the front. Old Daddy OSCA, Tim Conrad, he's gonna be fast for that weekend Woodsmen Chevrolet, and he's from Canute, Ohio. Names I'm just uncomfortable with. And in the 21st position is the number 39 of Jordan Tarble from Do Good Motorsports, and he's out of Thomasville, North Carolina. 22nd, it's going to be the Rocket Man Seth Rawls for Shift Esports, and he's out of Peabody, Massachusetts. And filling in for Mr. McLean, it's going to be Alex Grates, the weekend's Woodsman Chevrolet. He's from Spring Lake, New York. And the number 98 is going to be Victor Aldrich. Hollow Type for Racing. I heard that. Chevrolet, he's Victor Aldrich out of Phoenix, Arizona. They're telling me to hurry up. And in the 25th position is Gilberto Javier Gomera for S2 Racing, and he's from Worcester, Massachusetts. And in the 26th position is Jeff Green for DGG Racing, and he's from Owensboro, Kentucky. And rounding out the field is going to be the number 87 of Parker Collins for RK Motorsports. He's from Peoria, Illinois. And filling in for Dave Carpenter is starting shotgun on the field. It's going to be Gerald Campbell for Do Good Motorsports, and he's from Sebring, Florida. You can tell the boys we're ready to go. Pack your bags, pull those belts tight one more time. We're going to get ready to race here at Daytona. Everyone can get their panties out of the bunch now. Or not Bristol. Wow, see, I'm watching Daytona too in the corner of my eyes, so my bad. Thank you, Vic.
Are you slacking off?
Caught me off guard. I was like, yep, and we're right now we're at the track, buddy.
Yeah, see, we're running, in my eyes right now, we're running Daytona on the beach. It's old school. Yeah, it just happens to look like Bristol.
It's like that time last year, at the end of last year, when somebody said this person wrecked and that person didn't wreck, but we all like, oh yeah, he wrecked.
Yeah,
no, it was Matt convinced us all that somebody else was a leader.
Oh yeah,
right.
Convinced everyone. It made me second guess. I think we're going green this time.
All right, green this time. Bye. We have Dylan Thomas on the inside, Kynan Jones on the outside. It's gonna be great to see the Land Shark teeth back out on the racetrack here tonight. Pace truck is off, green flag is out. Everyone's minding their P's and Q's. You see how much they're wiggling down the straightaway, and probably about half throttle. You can almost put more throttle in the corners than you can the straightaway. You see, Justin Kolb. Oh, there's contact. Around goes McIntosh. He's in the inside wall, and the caution's out. Wow, great job by everyone to avoid that 10 car. He was in danger there, as the caution is out already. Yep, I think Ty already thanked Dallas for announcer jinxing him. Oh, and see Dewar just barely getting by. Tarble might have got a little piece of it. Just everyone trying to jockey for position. See, I think Nichols gets a little loose. 3 wide, nowhere to go for Ty McIntosh, and unfortunately gets the worst end of it. A little contact there with the 39 of Tarble. Take a look again from, oh man, Kynan was on that high side ripping it, and just not enough room to get out of the corner. But again, for a start, it could have been a lot worse, and only for the most part, I think McIntosh, you do see 2 cars down pit road as well, Indelicato and Robert Hill Jr. down pit road. I'm wondering if that's a strategy to kind of get some fuel in there, keep the weight in it. Could be interesting there. Let's see if they're both back on track. So once we get back going green, still all 28 cars that showed up tonight on the lead lap, and just getting underway here in the Team Watson Racing setups. Dirt race here at Bristol, not Daytona. And it should be pretty obvious because you know, the Coliseum like track there. There's some weird stuff going on in the voice chat. I was trying to butt in here, or not butt in, but
they are currently picking on Robert Hill, who is currently unwell and has a respiratory virus. So he sounds like a commentator in every single video game.
Oh boy. So hey, you know, he's got that going for him. Hey, we should bring him up in the booth if he wrecks out. I'm sure that's good for a respiratory illness there. So it looks like we're doubling up, get ready to go back. Green flag racing here. They'll take the green flag on lap 6 of 57. Vic reminded them the green flag is going to be on leader, and that is Dylan Thomas in that 00. You'll have Rhett Nichols now to the outside. And in that second row, you have Kynan Jones and Tyler Fode. Behind them is Sam Dreas and Darren Staff. I keep adding an R to there. Why do I do that, Carlos? Weird. Green flag's back out. Dylan's hitting the loud pedal. He gets a good start. So does Rhett Nichols. Everyone behind him jockeying for that track position. Ooh, almost contact there a little bit further back. Can't quite make out who that is. I think Cooper Johnson and Darren Staff getting together. Complete a lap here under green. Back of the pack, still things getting tight. Oh, up in the wall. Tyler Fode, he was filling in tonight. He was pretty confident he was going to be here at the dirt track. Then we're doing the 3 wide, double wide screenshot here. There was three wide in the 3 wide multicam here. Wow, there's a lot going on. A lot to process here. Jeff Green on the move forward up to the 22nd position. He's up 4 spots. You see Ty McIntosh to the outside after getting in that early wreck. He's showing that speed. He's burning that outside. Oh, Gilberto and Jeff Green. Kolb in there as well. Kolb might just had enough contact. He goes around. I think he's in the inside wall, but will stay green momentarily. But that's going to hurt that 52. Unfortunate. Oh, he's missing the front end. It looks like he hit down.
He's got suspension damage.
Yeah, he's hurt bad. Unfortunate for the 52 of Justin Kolb. He's getting back onto the racetrack. He'll be at least a lap down as he rejoins the service. He might be back. I don't know if he what do you do? Just wing it? I think he's gonna try. Hey, maybe he'll help the car turn a little bit through the corner. Let's take a look at the 3 wide TV replay. I think it was just a slight bit of contact. We see Kolb get that rear end a little too loose right in front of Jeff Green, and oh man, I thought he got a little bit more to the side, but he got a pretty good front end hit into those barrels on the end of pit road.
I was chatting with Kolb in practice, and he at one point he accidentally wrecked Jeff Green in practice, and then a couple of minutes later, Jeff Green accidentally wrecked him in practice. So now it looks like this practice scuffle that's been going on is accidentally being carried on into the race as well.
Maybe they'll accidentally wreck each other.
Yeah.
Again,
I just stress this is not on purpose. It's all been accidental.
Yeah. I was gonna say I think every wreck I've seen in practice was totally incidental. But man, the man on the move right now, Ty McIntosh, he's worked his way up into the 19th position, and it's really hard to pass here because these cars want to drift up, and trying to get that power down to get back up, it can be challenging. And right now, Ty McIntosh with his teammate Nick Indelicato trying to work their way back up through the field. As there we see Dylan Thomas still up front, Kynan Jones, there we see him on the bottom running in 3rd spot, Rhett Nichols in 2nd. Looks like that those top three kind of spread out and getting some good green flag laps in here. Everyone's kind of minding their P's and Q's besides that little incident there with between Justin Kolb and Jeff Green. It's been clean. Oh, but then, Collins gets into Dewar. I don't know if Dewar hit the wall, but Collins did as well. Dewar's going to lose a few spots. They're 3 wide behind him. And that's going to be our leader, Dylan Thomas, already hitting lap traffic back in the about 25th spot. As Robert Hill Jr. going to be going a lap down. And there, Rhett Nichols is right behind. So he got that win in half number 1 at Daytona. He's trying to go for half number 1 win here at Bristol. And they're running right on the bottom. That's if there was no dirt here, that's on the apron where these guys are running. I've seen a lot of fast guys in practice. Tyler Fody, Dylan Thomas, Rhett Nichols. That's kind of the area that they like to run in. And now Jeff Green, our 2000 Busch Series champion. Oh, he got saved by the bell as the caution is out. So a couple of cars saved from going a lap down. Oh, here in David Westergreen, as we see him on there, his wheel came off his desk. So a little bit of mechanical issues there. It's almost as if in real life sometimes the steering wheel falls off. They don't have it secured properly. It's the same thing. Same thing happens with these iRacers here. You can see if we can see the moment it falls off. Somewhere in there. He tries to get back going. See if he can get that wheel clamped down. And ready to go. He's still back in 14th position, so didn't lose too many spots after that spin. You see everyone getting their laps back.
I wonder if we can get a quick word with Justin Kolb to see what was going through his head as he had to go down Bear Road.
Yeah. Yeah, can we bring him up?
Yeah.
You got it? I got it?
I should be able to do it. Here.
Oh, I got it.
I got it.
We got it.
I got it.
Oh, we got it. Justin Kolb, you're up here in the 3 wide booth. You got a copy?
I sure do.
So we've been hearing you had a lot of confidence going into tonight, but it seemed like this little bit of a accidental rivalry between you and Jeff Green's going on right now. Describe what happened out there.
Yeah, I'm just, I was trying to take it easy those first couple laps, trying not to kill anybody, and I hit the gas, I guess, a little too hard, and Jeff's nose decided to be right there, and I thought I killed myself, but I'll tell you what, after I got that car running again, it actually seems to be driving better, so we'll have to see what happens here. I got the lap back, so I'll try to not kill anybody else, and we'll see how the car drives now.
Yeah,
guys, Justin, actually, I called that. I called that, guys.
You sure did. Justin, I told him about the time where you wrecked him, you wrecked Jeff under practice, and then he wrecked you. So that's it's just it's being carried on to the race now.
Yeah, that time I didn't really even know he was down there, so that was, I guess, accidental. But I think he's okay as long as he didn't get. Yeah, I see him up ahead of me. He looks good.
Yeah, I think you were the one that definitely got the worst end of that shakeout.
Yeah.
But so hey, now that he can accidentally come across your nose now and repay the favor, keep that rivalry going.
That's right. I mean, you guys will have to tell me. I can't really tell. I don't even know if I have a nose anymore. I saw damage at one point, and it seems to be gone now. So I don't know if the nose is just gone or if the damage is sort of evened out itself.
Let's just say your carburetor is going to have enough cooling.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah, you just don't have a hood.
Oh, good stuff. All right.
Yeah, kind of like a dirt modified, right? Well, kinda. I don't know. It's kind of a new school dirt modified. We'll go with that.
Yeah, you look
I was
like
gonna say that must be why it's driving so well now.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like you saw that coming though, Carlos. So
sure did. Yeah, I got the insurance.
Yeah.
So before we go back to green, is the Animal Crossing car going to be coming back out?
We will have to see. I'm not gonna say no, but we'll have to see.
All right,
He's
bring him
not
down.
saying yes either. That's what hurts. All right, we'll bring him down. Good luck to Justin. See if he can get back up to the front. But hopefully we'll see that Animal Crossing car back out here soon. Yeah, he's got his lap back. He's in contention. And now the pace truck is off. Dylan Thomas has been dominating half number 1 here, but Rhett Nichols is right there. He's been knocking on the door. Let's see what line works better here. That outside should get some power down on the straightaway. No, Dylan Thomas is going to take it. And one thing I've been noticing too is that, you know, maybe not these fast guys are kind of kicking it just a little sideways. It's not as sideways as you'd see in some of these late models or some of the other dirt cars on the service. But some of these guys, just to remain comfortable, they're kind of almost treating it as an asphalt, like if it were still, I guess, concrete here at Bristol. And here Rhett Nichols goes to the inside. Oh, he puts too much power down right in front of Kynan Jones. He's going to lose a couple spots, but man, he hangs on to it. He's still side by side with Rhett Nichols. Tyler Fode's burning the top side. He's going to try to go for the lead. These guys now, they got that restart in. They're going to try to pounce on Dylan Thomas as he's pulling away once again. But man, oh man, Tyler Fode had a good couple corners there. Rhett Nichols looked like he was about to wreck and still was hanging on. Ooh, looks like he kissed the wall there. He's sideways. And you know, this track gets on worn out surface, which generally makes this track more slick, but kind of hearing some guys from practice that they almost like the track with a little bit more wear in it. It makes these cars handle a little bit better. Maybe it's a little easier to kick the rear end out as they're kind of seeing, ooh, Fode get pretty sideways out of the corner. Running for South Shore Racing, 3-wide TV multicam. Now there's a guy who looks like he has a late model no rear bumper on that number 9, David Westergreen. Still, I don't think he went down pit road. He restarted 14th. He's still hanging on in that 13th spot. He's in a good battle here with Nathaniel Cherry. He's going to go to the inside. And he's going to take that 12th spot away. And right behind them, we've seen how well he ran last week at Daytona road course. The Rocket Man Seth Rawls, but back up front, Tyler Fode looks to the inside. He's going to take the lead.
Yeah, Westergreen did not go down pit road, so you got that right.
So yeah, he's still rocking it out there. How about this Alex Gratz? I can't remember how to pronounce that name, but Gratz. He's in that Gretz, like almost like Gretzky, but without the ski. Let's remember that. But anyway, he's running up in the 10th position, having a good run. Hey, I've had worse. I guess that's where the ones would come in. But 2s, I'll take. I deserve that. And the other one making his debut here tonight, Darren Straff Jr. I wonder if that's like the old 2-man cruiser. You know, one guy's running the steering wheel and the brake, and the other one's running the gas. 2 names on the chart, but I think on your screen at home, I think it's just one, Darren Straff. Up there in the 5th position, dirt ace out here tonight. You see Gilberto down on power with front end damage, but this battle up front between Tyler Fode and Dylan Thomas not giving up. 25 laps to go, side by side. Fode has the spot in the meantime, but Dylan Thomas getting sideways. He's going to lose some momentum. And he'll have to regroup and get back up there. And you know, especially, you know, dirt tracks for these stock cars, not a common thing. But it's been a while since, you know, maybe if any of these guys have ran this Gen 6 car on the dirt. So I think a lot of a learning curve here tonight. But some guys definitely getting the hang of it. Especially those 2 guys up front, Dylan Thomas and Tyler Fode. Almost contact there between Darren and I can't remember who's that. Was that just? Oh, that was Dreas on the outside.
Yeah, Dreas, yeah.
Almost making contact. Darren falling back a couple spots now, back in the 8th position. Looks like that track's getting a little slick. You can see working out of these corners. And again, just the biggest problem, putting that power down on the straightaways. I've been hearing you almost want to full send it in the corner, let off, go on the gas hard again. But once you get down the straightaways, you might be going about half, 3/4 throttle if you're lucky. Maybe with these track conditions, it's a little bit less than that. There's a guy who started shotgun on the field, Gerald Campbell, on the bottom of your screen at 71. He's up to 14th. Nathaniel Cherry in the 15th spot. Seth Rawls in 16th. Everything looking to run smooth.
Did we
so
mention
far,
how
Nick
many
and
drivers are being inverted?
Oh, top 10 will invert. So right now, Cameron Rich in that spot, running in the 10th position. But again, 19 more laps to go, and there you see Ty McIntosh too. Caution's out. Ooh.
Dreas.
Dreas, yep. I was gonna say it looked like that white carb Dreas. Oh, and he lost his front end. Oh, Parker Collins.
Yeah,
Not
Parker
having
Collins,
the luck he had at Daytona.
Yeah, during practice, he is somebody who is just unable to figure it out right now. Hopefully he can figure it out before the second race, but he's been struggling a lot with trying to figure out just where to get speed here tonight.
Yeah, and sometimes it's a balance of what you need to do too, is the speed or just the stability. I know a lot of the new good guys weren't too worried about speed. It's more that stability, because stuff like that happens. These rear ends kick out so easily in these Gen 6 cars, and we've seen that from Parker Collins there. And but you know, good thing for him. He had you know, awesome couple weeks at Daytona on the oval and the road course. So he's got some.
Here's the thing.
He finished.
No. You're right about that, but there's
Okay.
been, I believe he got a promotion at work, and because of that, he's going to be getting a schedule change. So this is, for the time being, his last scheduled OSCA race week.
Oh, so he might be spot starting here. So might be some super subs in that 87 after this. But so
Yeah.
maybe.
So anybody out there that's been interested in OSCA, hit me up, because that's I'm the owner of that car.
And you know, kind of a shame. You know, well, on one end, congratulations to Parker Collins on the promotion, but you know, kind of sad to see him go. He started off in a very good fashion, but with the sweep on the ovals, and he had a, I believe, I can't remember, 2 top 5s, definitely 2 top 10s last week on the road course.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so good start for him. At least got his feet wet. Hopefully we'll see him back out here at least a few more times. You never know. Schedule might work out at the end. Probably not. You know, work's work. Got to do it. So 16 laps to go right now. Under our third caution, and man, I don't want to announcers jinx it, but if you would have asked me this late into half number 1, that was all the cautions we were going to have, I would have called you crazy. This guy's doing a pretty good job keeping underneath them, because again, you know, we've seen that from Parker Collins. We've seen a lot of drivers just loose all over the place, and again, just trying to keep that power down straightaways is the hard enough thing. We'll see if that battle between Tyler Fode, Dylan Thomas, how that will play out in 15 laps as we get ready to go 1 to green here. Field's already pretty much pre-doubled up. We still see the lights on top of the pace truck. Other guys, how about Zach Rogers running that Lonnie Lou car in 5th position? Maybe he's in 5th. Okay, he's in the inside. Again, a guy from my hometown. Kind of a street stock legend back in the day. Kind of cool to see that car running out there tonight. I want to know. Going back to green, I'll find that out hopefully here in a second. As Tyler Fode gets the green here with 13 laps to go, he's going to pull away from Dylan Thomas. But Thomas getting a good run on the outside, but he's going to shoot up the track. Rhett Nichols right there as well. Nichols and Fode getting a good run on the inside line. Looks like Thomas is just trying to hang on in that slick spot. And look at the 3 wide action. Cars trying to shuffle for position. And things are getting hot. 4 wide. Around goes, I was going to say Carpenter, but it was Gerald. He's going to fall back in the 22nd position. Man, he was having a good run. I don't know if he totally spun out. He might have. He dropped back now. But
he didn't totally spin.
He didn't totally spin. Well, see, good job hanging on to it.
Caution.
Out.
Hill.
Uh-oh. You know, Robert Hill warned me that he was going to have a rough night, and I said, you never know, you could win. But, you know, he might have been right. Oh, just try to stay up on the outside wall, and Tarble just makes enough contact to spin him around. and that's what brought out the caution. But he'll. Yep,
Do you think this is a time penalty for wall riding?
See, I don't know. I don't know if he used it for a time advantage. I think he was just using it to try to straighten the car out. And you know, I think it worked, but unfortunately, there was a pack of cars behind him, and ended up going around. But now we're under our 4th caution with 10 laps to go. I got to ask Vic. Do we know Tim Conrad has kind of a dirt-looking scheme? Is that a tribute to any of his local dirt track legends?
Okay, so I asked this question to him earlier. He brought this up. He showed me the paint scheme earlier. It's not based off of anything, but the look he went for is he wanted it to look like it's something you would see in the beater class at your local dirt track. And I think he accomplished it. I would say that most of our Hornet division looks that way.
I would say maybe not quite the Hornet division. Maybe a street stock even.
It looks like the Hornet division. Okay, except most of the Hornet division around here is just blank cars.
Yeah, you know, but he does have a very dirt-esque number, and I'm also curious too about Greats as well.
Gretz is based off of Brandon Shepard.
Yeah, Brandon Shepard
from the World of Outlaws.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
The B5.
Yep. The B5. Yep. That was gonna say that sounded familiar. I couldn't put my finger on it. That car. Pretty cool look there.
Hey, Goody.
And you. Yeah.
Goody. You ever race in open leagues or open setup leagues before?
Never an open setup league. I've run some open setup races. Official races, but.
Well, have you ever been to the race and been like, oh man, I don't have a setup. What am I gonna do?
I've been there. Mm-hmm.
Well, you know what you should do? You should check out TeamWatsonRacing.com. All their sets are, how the hell do you say this word? Meticulously crafted and personally run by their top tier drivers to assure that you get the best there is. So come join the wild side of setups today at TeamWatsonRacing.com. Link is in the description. Use the code.
Link is in.
Oh, use the code WATSPIN. Woodsmen 39 for 10% off at checkout. Edited.
Ooh. All right. So James Watson, he can really wheel a car right now. He's wheeling it in 5th. So yeah, go check out his setups. If I'm gonna trust someone to get some setups from, it will be from James Watson. So coming on board, sponsoring tonight's event. We're gonna have a few laps to go. We'll see if Watson, he's not running an open setup tonight. But sometimes this is where you get to feel. You know, these fixed setups are kind of a baseline of what these guys go through. So maybe now after this, he can have a Gen 6 setup where he's gonna know what adjustments he wants to make. Now Tyler Fody choosing the outside, Brett Nichols on the inside, but we've seen that inside line get better restart. So interesting choice by Fody as a pace truck dives down pit road, green flags back out. Looks like Fody does get a good jump. He's going to be able to dart down to the inside if he needs to, and he does. Here kind of Jones burning up on the outside. It looks like there's apologies going, but everything stays green. Oh no! Gretz going into the inside wall, and the caution's out. And oh no.
It's going to be a rough day at my
Cameron Rich. Yep, it's not going good. He was having a good run going before that happened. I believe that started with Gretz getting into him. I think, again, a 3 wide situation. Oh, Cooper kind of checked up. Gretz nowhere to go. Rich definitely nowhere to go. It sounds like even just on the driver's chat, it was the great accordion kind of ahead of him even. And just the different runs you get off the corner. Oh, and a hard hit to the inside wall. And again, a little hit there. Oh, maybe a big hit. But for a car that went right into the racing groove about mid-pack, luckily no one else really got heavily involved. So now we're going to get down to the point, we're going to get down to a green-white checkered, and it's going to be hard with the jump that Fody definitely got on that last restart, for Rhett Nichols, Kynan Jones, or Dylan Thomas to really make a run. Man, you've seen Kynan Jones on the outside on that restart, really burning that outside. If he can get a run off the corner, if you're in that restarting fourth, which this time will be Dylan Thomas, if he can get, excuse me, if he can get that hooked up, he could be pretty dangerous on this restart. But again, that all depends on if you can keep up with Tyler Fody. And your top 5, Fody, Nichols, Jones, Thomas, and Zach Rogers. Rounding out the top 10, gonna be Watson, Staff. Westergreen, how about that after the malfunction on the wheel? He's running 8th. Cooper Johnson in 9th, and rounding out the top 10, Nathaniel Cherry. So man, I'm just looking at the standings here. These Shift Esports family of teams here are 10th, 11th, 12th, 13th. So they're running together, and Ty McIntosh back in 17th. We've seen him right on the start have that rough go of it, getting involved in that wreck. But, trying to salvage a respectable finish here with a pretty damaged race car. I believe we're 1 to go to green, green, white, checkered to settle half number 1 again. Top 10 invert. For half number 2. See if that high line gets going here on the restart. Can Rhett Nichols on the inside get a better restart? Pace trucks off. Fody gets another good jump. Dylan Thomas on the outside is almost going to be 3 wide for second. That's exactly what Fody needs. As Dylan Thomas, he's blinking there a little bit.
Oh!
As Kynan Jones just couldn't get the power down, almost stacks the field up behind him. Dylan Thomas moves in that second spot now ahead of Rhett Nichols. Ooh, they're beating and banging it in the tail end of the top 10. Oh, Nathaniel Cherry hangs on to it. Final lap for Tyler Fody. He's coming in as the ringer, and he's going to do that if he can just make it 2 more corners to get the checkered flag here. And oh, they're spinning on the backstretch, but coming out of turn 4. Filling in for South Shore Racing, Tyler Fody wins in the number 95. Rhett Nichols second, Kynan Jones third, Dylan Thomas fourth, and Zachary Rogers rounds out your top 5, and they're wrecking on the backstretch. Then Watson, Staff, Westergreen, Dreas, and Johnson round out your top 10. And ooh, now his car looks like a total modified for Kolb there. As he limps across
Something
the line.
happened at the end.
Yeah, there was a lot going on there at the end. Whew. But the results are in. Tyler Fody, road course ace. Again, I tried to recruit him. Forgot that he was running for South Shore Racing tonight, and he just told me that he was gonna be fast. He loves the dirt track racing, and he proved that here tonight. There you see the final results for half number 1. Brett's having a good run in 12th there. And Delicato and McIntosh kind of falling back a little bit towards the end. Jeff Green, top 20. I think talking to him, he's happy. He just probably finished this race and getting a top 20 out of it. I think he'll take it. But some of those guys that were up there in the point standings, this is going to be a big shakeup in the overall standings going into next week. I believe we head to Auto Club next week, but still got another half to go.
I gotta ask you this, Vic. Question number 1. Who do you think you are?
Yeah.
And number 2, what gives you the right to put these 3 weeks as the first 3 opening weeks of the schedule? We got Daytona, which is a crapshoot.
I actually have a legitimate answer, and it's because exactly what you just said. It's all starting out with the hardest tracks and going and figuring out who's going to dig themselves a hole and how hard they got to dig out of it.
Yeah, because especially, seeing the points jumble up, Indelicato not going to jump out to the big lead that he had, last season. So this mixing things up a little bit, getting a little scuffle here in the points. It should be pretty fun. I'm going to see. I might have to poach Tyler Fody he's in social race. Oh no, he's not. Interesting. Is he up here? Oh no, there he is. That's why.
Moving him.
Oh,
I was moving him. I didn't.
you were
I didn't
moving
mean to
him
move
as
him.
we speak.
I didn't mean to move him into the wrong channel at first. I
Well,
screwed the pooch on that one.
Well, that happens. Well, Tyler, I figured I'd be talking to you at some point here tonight, and of course we get it out of the way here. At least in the meantime, we might be talking again. But Tyler, seemed like you had some pretty stiff competition out there, but seemed like you got it done. Talk about how that car handles out there a little bit.
Yeah, early on that was a little rough. I was a little late to practice, so really all I ever had practice-wise was a semi-used and then a fully used track. So the brand new track was a little weird through qualifying, and then the first 10 laps or so, it was yeah, I was still figuring it out. Got the wall, was getting used up a little bit. It was all good, but I don't know, 10, 20 laps in, it started slicking over, and we got back to what we were doing. Fired on through there and brought it home. So yeah.
Yeah, it's got to feel pretty good getting back out here on the dirt, slinging a little mud, getting to victory lane. But you know, now you're going to be inverted in the field. You're going to be starting 10th. What's kind of the strategy to get your way back up to the front in half number 2?
Yeah, we might have to avoid some stuff there early on. I don't think the track resets, so we'll kind of all be out there, which I prefer, but we're just gonna have to be mindful, I guess, of everybody and just kind of pick our spots there, and hopefully end up back up here talking to y'all at the end of it.
Yeah, hopefully we can you can get back up here. But just before I get to your sponsors here, but I've been hearing some drivers say they like this worn-out track, which sometimes seems a little different than normal. What makes the used-up, you know, slick track easier for these cars to kind of run?
Yeah, I don't know. It's like on the new track, it's everyone can run the same speed pretty much, and it's kind of the car's kind of set into the track, so there's not much room for error. You either set it or it just plows. But as it wears out, it starts to get looser, more drivable. You can kind of move around, which I think is just more comfortable for everybody. It's just a more drivable car, I'd say, with the worn out track.
Yeah, and it looks like you definitely got the comfort zone in on this worn out track so far. But with that, before we let you get ready for half number 2, any shout outs you want to give?
Yeah, shout out to Nathan Benham for getting this chartered spot, and then also Traders Brewing, I believe it is, for being on the car. And then also shout out to South Shore Racing and Wester Green for having me on. I'm going to run a couple races this season, I think. Just the ones that I thought we might have a shot at, and I love dirt, so we're here tonight and hopefully talking to y'all later.
All right, sounds good. Well, one thing before you go, you got to give Wester Green an attaboy for overcoming his mechanical issues.
Yeah, all right, I will.
All right. Well, good luck to you, Tyler, and hopefully we'll see you back up here half number 2.
Yeah, all right.
We'll get you. There we go. We got him in his proper.
I got you.
Team channel. Thank you. And there. Oh man, look at that car. That car is beautiful. Zach Rogers run that Lonnie Lou. Man, it looks like I'm back in. It's 1995 again. I'm at Colby Speedway, Central Wisconsin, watching old Lonnie Lou, or maybe in the little later 90s at Monster Hall. That's pretty cool seeing that car out there.
Right,
I think we should do our picks.
Yeah,
and
I'm sorry,
Matt gets first pick. So I think we should give Matt exactly who he wants.
Yeah, exactly.
And of course, we know that Matt wants a winner, so we should give him Tyler Fody.
Ooh. All right. So
I think
we'll be fair.
I think we should give him a winner. We gave him 18th place last half. So I mean, like, let's give him.
Yeah, I think that's fair.
Second up Dallas. Yeah.
Well, hopefully my driver this half is better than my last driver in the first half. I'll go with James Watson this race.
Ooh, yeah, that's good. Good pick.
All right, go to Europe.
Whew, all right. So I had Dylan Thomas last half, right?
Yeah, you can pick him 2 halves in a row.
I could. Well, boy, oh boy. I don't know why, but that number 14 car is speaking to me. I'm gonna go with that 14 to Zach Rogers.
Hell yeah. Carlos, you're up.
Right. I'm glad that nobody picked my initial pick here for this second one, because my second pick would have been the 55, and I just realized that I have already chosen him, so I can't pick him again for the second half.
Pick him in the second half.
I know I can't, because I already picked him in the second half last week. I'm gonna double down and stick with Kynan Jones. He carried me to a top 3 finish here in half number 1. He's gonna do the same thing in half number 2, and now I gotta figure out what's going on with my graphics package here.
Uh-oh. So Carlos will be
Take
at
your time.
yeah. We got a little bit of time.
And for my pick, I really didn't think this one out.
Sure didn't.
No, I really didn't. I think on this one, I'm gonna go with. I think I'm gonna go with the 5 of Alex Gretz.
Gretz, yeah, he had some good speed there. That's a good pick. I like it. The picks are in, and here for half number 2, Cooper Johnson going to be starting up front. Sam Dreas on the outside. David Westergreen, Darren Staff. I don't know why I don't know why I want to say an R with it.
All right, we're back to being hot. Sorry about that, guys. Take it away.
All right, we're back. We had a little bit of technical issues here on the broadcast. Hopefully everything's up and going now, as I think we're getting ready to go green as they're racing. Carlos, can you share your stream?
Oh, my bad. Yeah, of course I will.
Oh yeah. Okay, thank you. I want to see stuff. But again, Cooper Johnson will be starting on the pole here for half number 2. Oh, here we go. We're getting the screen back up. Ooh, it looks. Oh, there we go. I was saying, ooh, it looks a little rough. Look like an old phone game from the early 2000s there for a minute.
Okay, they should be able to hear us. You're good.
Okay, so we're still on. We're getting the issues worked out. Right now, they're still under pace laps, waiting for the technical issues to get resolved here. And I was trying to get on the leader here on my iRacing, and again, we're having the same issues that Westergreen had with little mechanical. There we go. I'm liking what I'm seeing now.
I am. I'm not. Something's still going on here.
Uh-oh. Hopefully the people at home can.
If you want, you don't even have to use
praise be to Sim Racing app for
leaderboards.
having the backup tickers working.
Ooh,
Yeah, so you don't even have to have leaderboards. We can do this. We can do this like you're at the actual racetrack.
Yeah. So
That's
far,
smart, say we did.
I don't know. I mean, you got to hear good. You messed up people's name at the real racetrack.
yeah, right.
I have a video of it somewhere.
Good to go. We should be good.
Okay.
Oh, your shared screen might have went down, but it looks like we're.
Yeah, let me turn it back up again.
Oh, you had it on. I don't know if it crashed. Everyone's
Turned it
having.
on last time. So it's good now.
Okay. All right. So here we go. Gonna get ready here for half number 2. Looks like the pace truck lights are off. Cooper Johnson, Staff, Westergreen, Rogers leading them to the green flag. Pace truck dives off. Here we go. Half number 2's underway. Oh, getting a little loose there. Trying to. He looked like he got pretty conservative on the green flag there. And oh, contact between Staff and Cooper Johnson. Oh boy, he looks like he's trying to hang on. It looks like he will, but the caution is out.
McIntosh, I think.
Oh no, not another lap 1 wreck for McIntosh. What a rough night after showing such promise here. Ooh, Conrad. They kind of started up, just bottlenecked up. Oh man, yeah, I here in McIntosh, you know, he had that. He got wrecked early. He was down on horsepower and just said, "Oh, had a little bit of a little oopsie moment. Didn't realize he had forgot what it was like to have horsepower." And as Carlos likes to say, too much beans. But it looks like this time he's going to be, you know, not too worse for the wear, as the contact didn't look too bad at all. So Ty McIntosh, as he's used to, starting the back, going to have to work his way up to the front once again. And as we're under caution, if any of you might be side by side watching the duels, or maybe not, and want to know what's going on, Kyle Busch leading Daniel Suarez here with 21 laps to go, and uh-oh. I might have had that time McIntosh might have just had a spoiler that I might be behind because I'm streaming it.
Yeah, and I'm like 3 laps behind because I'm streaming it like delayed.
Oh boy.
I mean, I'm working on the broadcast only.
See, yeah.
I'm getting text updates.
I heard I just gave Kyle Busch a announcer's jinx. Well, I'm way behind McIntosh. Kyle Busch hasn't spun on my screen. I'm not counting
he spun?
This. Oh, there it is. That's what McIntosh.
Oh!
I haven't seen it yet. Oh!
I got the text message right now too. That's a big wreck.
Yep, he spun. Oh yeah, that's a big one. I just seen it now. I'm way behind.
Yeah, Kyle Busch driving a 3 cheese scheme. He's not Kyle Kush now.
Yeah, Kyle Kush. I love it.
One to go, guys.
Looks like Timmy Hill involved. One to go. Okay, now I got to focus on the correct screen here. And now Cooper Johnson choosing that outside line here for our first restart. 1 lap to green. Again, that track not resetting. Sometimes iRacing reset the track, but as Fody said during his half #1 interview, green flag is out. This is what these drivers like. Cooper Johnson putting the power down. He gets a good start this time as he's going to take a big lead. David Westergreen going to follow. He's going to try to block Staff on the inside. Zach Rogers on the inside trying to move up through the field as well. James Watson. Oh, I think he gets in the wall there a little bit. Man, oh man, 3 wide. Second out back. That's just gonna let Cooper Johnson pull away here a little bit. So I think liking this clean track a lot better. And he had a good run in 10th last half, but man, he's looking good. But see the gaggle of cars behind him. See Tyler Fody running all the way down on the bottom here to start out, just trying to mind his P's and Q's, trying to work his way up. Kynan Jones on the move a little bit up to 8th. Rhett Nichols started back. He's already up 4 spots. He's flying through the field. He's trying to pull away from Fody. We have another caution on the track.
Jeff Green
around. Uh-oh. Hopefully the Colb's not involved. They don't accidentally get together here.
Oh, but Parker's involved.
Oh, Parker's around, and I think Jeff Green's missing the rear bumper on his #2 JPS machine. See if we can get a look at what happened here. Oh, here we go. Ooh, just snaps on him, gets into Gerald, and hits that inside wall. Oh, and it looks like a separate incident almost at the same time. Well, 3 wide for Parker Collins, and that kind of sent him around. Oh, just a, gaggle. Ooh, Gilberto Dewar. I don't think Parker had just kind of a chain reaction there. Couldn't check up in time for Gilberto. Oh, he does a good job staying. Oh, Dreas, where did he come from? Flying through there. And around goes Parker Collins, and trying to whip that Rowdy Energy around. So not a good couple minutes for Kyle Busch and the Rowdy Energy brand here. But at least for Parker, he's still going. He's still in 23rd on the lead lap. One guy so far after the first 10 laps here, Cooper Johnson, he's really liking the way things are going so far. We have guys like Rhett Nichols already worked up. He started back in 9th. He's up into 5th. He's not afraid to stick his nose in there, work his way up through the field. As we see Tyler Fode started in 10th. He's up to 8th, kind of taking more of a strategical approach to it. As the pace truck lights are off, well, we should be going back to green flag racing next time by. James Watson on the inside. Check out his setups. Team Watson Racing, and we're green flag once again. Good start again by Cooper Johnson on that high side. Rhett Nichols shoots to the inside of Westergreen, going down into 1, 3 wide. Oh, almost contact. There is contact. And a gaggle again from second on back. Trying to work their way up through the field. Oh, Tyler Fode. Seth Rawls, sorry, in the 25. Making a little bit of contact. We're now 13 laps in already in half number 2 of the Team Watson Racing setups. Dirt race here at Bristol. Oh, Rhett Nichols gets the rear end. Too much money. Got contact with Connor Jones. There's a big wide round goes Westergreen. Seth Rawls, heavy contact. I think Tepe's involved. Oh, and they're still wrecking. Oh, Jeff Green, I think he's up and over. Oh, man. Darren Staff, shoots Green, might need a hand there. Oh, he's gonna reset, go down pit road. Ty McIntosh, you see in the behind the wall as well. That was a big one. It's wondering how long they could last. Staff just getting in the back of Westergreen, getting into Dylan Thomas, gets into Rawls, gets back up into Westergreen, who gets back up into Darren, and just kind of chaos ensues behind him. Fode gets a little contact there as well, but I think he keeps on rolling. How about Gretz with awesome sideways flip through there, squeak through there. Tepe hard contact the inside wall. Peeler, Cameron Rich off a couple wheels there. Oh, Dewar kind of gets crunched. Gilberto, McIntosh, Collins in there as well. And you see Jeff Green just getting tumbled late there. And I don't know what it is, but he just isn't able to get back up on all 4 wheels. And you see Colvin there as well. But we'll bring Ty McIntosh, who was involved in that wreck, and behind the wall now. Tyler, it's been a rough night for you here. 2 lap 1 wrecks, and got caught up in, I guess, nothing else to say but the big one. What kind of happened? What happened there in that big one?
I don't even know. Somebody was in the wall right in front of me. I think it was Robert. So I was trying to get down to the bottom, and then by the time I got down to the bottom, I wished I wasn't, and the track was blocked at that point. It's just rough, you know. I was mad at Reddit first for that lap 1 wreck, but then I went back and looked who it was actually on. I'm gonna hold that one to myself, but a little frustrating. And then lap 1 of this race, I don't know. I was used to having 200 less RPM, and then I get down to the bottom and I lose talent. So it's unfortunate for the Tim Machine.
We don't call it losing talent up here in the booth. We call it too much beans.
Definitely, yeah. There was way too much beans. There was about 200 more beans than I needed. So.
Yeah, that will happen. But yeah, rough night. Is there any chance you can get that number 10 machine back out there? So we get 1 to green.
Oh yeah, no, we're destroyed. I'm just gonna call it a night and understand that this wasn't for me. It's unfortunate. It's my favorite racetrack, but I gotta thank Dallas for the commentators, Gers. Appreciate it, buddy.
You're very welcome.
Hey, that happens. That happens. I commentated cursed Kyle Busch there for you as well.
Yeah, it's a rough night here in the McIntosh household.
Yeah, and hopefully things go better next week at Auto Club. We can talk to you in a good fashion.
I hope so. It's been a while.
Yeah, it's been a while, but as we get back going green here as well, as Cooper Johnson, as he has so far here tonight, getting a great restart, and he's gonna pull into the lead. But Zach Rogers, now he's got something to say here. He's flexing the muscles there as well, trying to hold on to that second spot. And as we see that gaggle of cars now back in about the 5th on back. See, Zach Rogers on that inside, getting pretty sideways. How about Kynan Jones getting up to that second spot, up 6 spots from his starting position? and he's going to go for the lead here on the inside. He's feeling comfortable on this dirt. A lot of dirt down there in Australia. He's loving this.
Yeah, I told you guys, I saw something on Tuesday night at the VRA League when we were running our car here on Bristol. I eventually had to pull off the track and not finish the race, but this guy's got something. I said if he can keep his car clean, not make any enemies, he should be able to have a great finish here in the first and second half. And he finished third in the first half, and now he's battling for the lead in the second half.
Yeah, and he's looking pretty stout right now. Yeah, he's looking real good, trying to chase down that 91 of Cooper Johnson. He's looking to the inside. I don't know if he's going to get the bite this time, but he is there knocking on the door. Tyler Fody now, he's starting to make his charge to the front up into that 5th position. He's going to turn Watson around. Fody goes around by Rhett Nichols, and the caution's out. Dylan Thomas gets slideways there as well, but that initial contact between Fody and Watson brings out our another yellow. Was it the 3rd yellow, I believe? Trying to... Ooh, Watson gets into the wall. That's kind of what caused that. Fody nowhere to go. Rhett Nichols nowhere to go. Just kind of a bottleneck chain reaction. Unfortunately, oh, gets up into Tarble. Oh, that was a good hit for the 39 car as well. Watson just trying to get back on that racing service. He will look at Rhett Nichols. Oh, gets into the wall. Just right there on. He was kind of just right there on that left rear of Fody's and just nowhere to go. Nowhere
Almost
to go.
Like Cam. I got one car left in this race. It's Cam. Please don't wreck Cam.
Yeah, right. Yeah, it's been a rough night, but we do have another guy who is involved in the melee. I think he was involved in the big one earlier on. But we have David Westergreen out here, and David, you overcame some adversity in half number 1. You had the mechanical issues, and man, half number 2 not so well as got in the big one there.
Well, you know, people are trying to win it on lap 1, but I just want to say I'm really happy the way that first race went. It was really fun. I thought we were all kind of running well together and everything was good, and then race 2 was not that. And I'm not really sure why everybody decided that they couldn't turn down the track, given that the top was blocked there, and they just drove straight into me. But that ruined my night. But hey, you know, top 10 and then a wreck is, I guess, better than the other weeks have been, or it'll be the same number of points. But it's just frustrating. You know, I third there, but I couldn't get the slick track working. I had the slick track working in practice, couldn't get it working in the race.
Yeah, it seems like it's really slick. Yeah, I've heard some drivers being comfortable with it, some drivers not. But yeah, it seems like it's been a pretty challenging track out here tonight. Although surprisingly, especially in half number 1, surprisingly a lack of cautions than what we might normally see on a dirt track like Bristol here.
Yeah, I was, like I said, I was having fun. First race was fun. We were racing 3 wide, but we weren't really banging off each other. And then as soon as those kind of fast guys got back there, man, they just tried to win the race as soon as it started. I ran the bottom and on that restart there, and the guy hit the apron and drove me up into the side of my teammate Tyler Fody there. So, you know, like I can't wait to go to a regular track, man. Daytona and then Auto Club, or then a Roval and then dirt race. Like, the fact that we got one top 10 and had a shot to win another race is good, but man, I really would have liked to go ahead and grab, you know, more points. But it's gonna be nice to get to those tracks where it's more normal and I don't necessarily have to practice my ass off in the middle of the week just to have a competitive ride.
Yeah, hopefully next week at Auto Club, yeah, just get more in that comfort zone, and we'll see that number 9 Bite Size Sports Chevrolet back up front.
Yeah, shout out to Bite Size Sports. Shout out to Fody winning race 1. Kevin Nivek and Nathan Benham, they both sponsored both the 9 and the 95 this year, and they get a car in victory lane and had one in the top 10, and hopefully they can have another one in victory lane here. So go Fody, go Cooper, go Adam. Hope they get it done, and they got to dodge some bullets, though. Those guys are crazy.
Right now, those Soul Shore Racing Chevrolets up front. Cooper Johnson with a good start. Fody's looking on the inside. He's got no front bumper. It doesn't matter. He's looking to the inside, and Westergreen gets off there. As Fody, can he get that to bite? Cooper Johnson holds on to the lead there. So, yeah, so sure, still a lot to hang their hats on as they're running the top 2 spots. Kynan Jones in third, now second, battling Tyler Fody there for the second spot. So they're going to swap back and forth for that race, or second place, I should say.
Whoa!
Right now.
Did you see that?
Caution. Caution. Let's see, my stream might have froze here. I might have to back out, get back in. Trying to. Here we go. Oh boy, some driver chat. Pretty salty there. I didn't see who am I looking at, because right now I'm not getting visual.
Look at the 55 of Rhett Nichols.
Rhett Nichols.
Not Tim Conrad.
Involved. Conrad was let's see what happens here.
All right, and now since you can't see, I'm gonna go ahead and commentate what I'm seeing here. I just saw Kynan Jones do something mature and cut Tyler Fody a big break. Tyler Fody squeezed up on just when there wasn't enough grip, and the 73 Kynan slammed on the brakes. That's not going to happen with 5 laps to go. So that's Kynan Jones. It's pretty good on him. Very aware of what's going on. But Tyler Fody definitely cut a big break there.
Yeah, I just got back to the live feed here, and yeah, that was a wise move. Live to fight another lap for both Kynan Jones and Tyler Fody. There we see Jeff Green getting one of his laps back. He'll now be 1 lap down after him landing on his lid. He's currently scored in the 21st position, so 26 laps to go. And as again, we see a lot of times here in OSCA competition, or the Gatorade duels that are going on tonight, one half's going to be a little crazier than the other, and tonight half number 2, it's been a little bit more wild and crazy. Again, you get you jumble that field, you invert the field. Sometimes the panic because you're not running where you used to be ramps up. But Cooper Johnson, he gets that clean track. He's holding a pretty wheel here. He's got to hold off his teammate Tyler Fody in that second spot, running pretty much a modified here. And behind him, Kynan Jones, the Land Shark, looking to sneak in there and get a victory here tonight. Zach Rogers in that Lonnie Lou throw back and forth, and Nathaniel Cherry working his way up, starting in the 13th position. He's up to 5th. Rounding out the top 10 will be Thomas, Rich, Gretz, Indelicato, and Seth Rawls. Gerald Campbell filling in for Carpenter was not comfortable in practice, but having a good run here. Currently scored 11th. He's up 10 spots from his 21st finishing position in half number 1. Laps they do click away pretty quick here at Bristol, but I think if you're Cooper, the way that Fody's been running, I don't know if he's going to be down on horsepower with that front end damage. I don't think he's taking too many hits that front end. Go 1 to green now. Cooper Johnson choosing that outside. He might want to see a few more cautions to maybe stay ahead of him until he gets to that point where he can get a good jump on the restart and not give Fody enough time to work past him, because one of the things here on the dirt, a lot of times it's going to take you a little bit to set up that pass. We'll see how this plays out here. I believe we'll have 23 laps to go once we get green. Green flag is out. Cooper Johnson with a whale of a restart. But Fody, he can dive it in and on the inside here in turn number 1, see if he can get that bite off the corner. Yeah, he's going to be right there. Field kind of stacks up behind him. There's now Zach Rogers on the outside trying to rip the top side, trying to get around Fody. He's going to do so. So Fody might be down a little bit on power here as Zach Rogers gets by Kynan Jones. Now we're going to outside. Oh, round goes Rogers. And we stay green. And he's going to lose all that track positioning. He went from 2nd to 20th right now. And he was ripping that top side just a little too much gas, and we have a caution on the track. Ooh, kind of Jones just gets into the back.
Healer.
Ooh, I think Campbell's involved as well. He might be in the
soup?
pits already. Yeah, Campbell's chunky soup. Peeler getting a little bit. Oh, contact with Tarble. Look like maybe Nichols got him out of shape there a little bit. That Sugar Moon's creation Toyota. Can't really tell it's a Toyota anymore. He's been beaten and banged around there as well. So another caution here. 19 laps to go. Cooper Johnson still holding on to that lead. And wow, I want to shout out 2 guys, and I'm going to jinx the next 2 guys here since this is just what I'm doing. So I might as well keep it up. So Adam Tepe, he's up 5 spots in rounding out your top 10 right now. Finished 15th at half number 1, and Dustin Dewar they're now in 11th. Oh, you just talked about Campbell, who was up there. He's now back to 20th. Tim Conrad up 13 spots in the 13th position. Yeah, jinxed them. Jinxed them all. Jinxed everyone. We're jinxing the field. And, wow, Tepe didn't really have a front end as well, so he's wheeling that damaged machine, but not too many cars have clean here so far. I think one of the only ones I see right off the bat here is that 91 of Cooper Johnson, who's led every lap so far here. Taking advantage of that invert for sure. See a little bit of damage there to the 73 of Kinda Jones, Cameron Rich. There we see Alex Gretz in that number 5 machine. A little bit of rear end damage to his car. Oh, they want to extend the caution for the end of the duels right now. David Gilliland, or not David. God, what's the kid's name? I'm brain farting, Carlos.
Hey, don't mention anything about the duels. I'm delayed with my text message.
Oh, you're delayed. Oh man, yeah, don't want to do that.
Yeah.
But they got 2 laps to go. I'll just tell you that. So ooh. So duels going on. Duels here at Bristol Dirt going on as well. One lap left in the Daytona duels. I think we got 1 lap to green here as well for the guys here in the OSCA Weekend Woodsman Series here in the Team Watson Racing setups. Dirt race here at Bristol. Trying to watch the way this ends out. Moving and shakers. We're going to see some movers and shakers here as Cooper Johnson. Oh, he got sideways on the restart. There might open the door for Fody or Kinda Jones. Fody's going to look on the inside. Not going to get the bite as of yet, but he is definitely closer than he's been on a restart in some time now. Fody's going to hang on to it, and as we kind of generally seen, everyone about 3rd on back now, side by side, jockeying for position. Ooh, everything kind of got in the wall that stacked up the field behind them. They all sorted it out. Now that's going to move Dylan Thomas up into the 3rd position. Now Dylan Thomas trying to burn up on the inside, trying to work on Tyler Fody. Right now, Cooper Johnson still holding on to that top spot, running that high line, kissing the wall just a little bit. Not wall riding, just kissing it. That'll happen. And the caution is out once again. See what brought out next yell, and I think I jinxed the guy in 11th position. I think it was Dustin Dewar that
Excuse me, chose the wrong guy, but you're right, it was Dewar.
Oh, there's Dewar, yeah. He went from 11th, now he's back in the 21st position.
Oh, and of course, who were you just talking about earlier?
Yep, I jinxed them both. I jinxed them both in the same wreck. Tepe now back to 15th after that. Dewar just sliding a little bit too much, washing up the track. Tepe getting a good run, and ooh, Peeler had a good, he was rocking it around that corner. Dewar getting a little bit of damage, but looks like he should keep going. Hopefully, he can work his way back up to the front. So now guys on the move again. Cameron Rich, he's up 15 spots from his starting position. He's started 20th up to 5th. Rhett Nichols, we've seen him bouncing around all over the place. He's up to 7th once again. Nick Indelicato trying to salvage the night after finishing 16th in half number 1. He's in 8th. Nathaniel Cherry 9th. Seth Rawls 10th. And old OSCA Daddy, he's got that roll the Hornet. Oh man, I'm gonna do it again, Carlos. Why am I doing this again in the 3rd time? Why am I doing this? In 11th, yep. My bad. Tim Conrad's 11th. He's there. Running okay. He's doing good. Why does the guy in 11th have to amaze me or just make me feel like I have to say something about it? I'm not even gonna tell you who's in 12th, but I know someone out there is proud. Mama. I don't wanna get into it. Did you get text updates who won the duels, Carlos?
Yes, I did, but people who are watching may not have.
Oh, that's true. That's true. I don't want to spoil. No spoilers. Hashtag no spoilers.
Yeah, I got to see. Sorry, I got to read who won.
Yes, yes. So the duels are in, but we have the duel
Come on, we're
here.
like WCW Nitro. Come on, spoil it. Good
Carlos,
reference, right?
that was
Hey,
good.
go for it, then.
I don't want to do it now. I feel guilty.
I'm not gonna do it.
Here, Vic, you do it.
I don't know who won.
Oh. Well, there you go. We're going to be 1 to go to green, or we're green now as Cooper Johnson retakes the lead. 8 laps to go. Can he hold on? He's led every lap so far, but he's got a gaggle of cars behind him wanting to get that win. Tyler Fode gets a good run on the inside. But once again, Kynan Jones ripping on the outside. Oh, they're all over the place on the backstretch. Guys in the wall. I think they kept it going in the meantime. This car's going for, oh, the wild wreck in the back. Wreck. Oh, Nichols, Peeler, Jeff Green, Tepe, cautions out. Wow, there was a lot going on there. A lot to unpack. Looks like, oh, Peeler, Rhett, Tarbo, how about that? He got hit pretty good. He kept it rolling. Zach Rogers not having a good half after getting involved in that spin when he's in 2nd. Rhett just getting weighed down too much on the bottom, washes up the track. Kind of forces the chaos behind him. As that Sugar Moon Creations Toyota is really having a hard night with the contact with the wall. Another hard hit with no front bumper. That could be a little bit worse for the wear.
Oh, that too doesn't have a spoiler.
Tepe, oh yeah, he doesn't have a spoiler. And Tepe was trying to his damnedest to stay off of him. But at that point, there's really nowhere to go and making the contact. And spinning Jeff Green around. And hey, I am going to spoil this. I just see him interviewed right now. I'm pretty pumped up. He raced with him here on iRacing. He's a pretty prominent guy on iRacing in general. Connor Daly with the money team makes the Daytona 500. Good to see that. He is in. But
so for the record, this is going to be a single file restart.
Oh. Are the boys need to be put in line here, huh?
As it turns out.
As it turns out. So that might play an advantage here, maybe even for Fode, the way he can start right behind and get a good start, keep up with Cooper Johnson. We'll see how this plays out, but Cooper Johnson now just needs 4 more laps to hang on to the victory here. Led every lap here so far. Can he lead the rest to get it done? End up in victory lane here in the Team Watson Racing setups. Dirt race here at Bristol. And Carlos, what's the website again? Link in description.
Oh yeah, link is of course in the description. But of course, if you want to hear it from me, the person who's totally not vamping and trying to find the Discord so I can find the actual link in the URL, is you have to go to https the two dots on top of each other / teamwatsonracing.com / and don't forget to use the code WATSPIN39, that's WATSPIN 39, for 10% off at checkout, editor.
Ooh, I love it. You're very thorough there. We're going to get ready to go back green flag race and see those guys run that high side. No passing on the outside. Cooper Johnson's going to hit the loud pedal. We're underway here. Green-white checkered situation we got going on. Tyler Fody is right there behind Coop. Kynan Jones, kind of a breakaway with our top three. Gretz and Dylan Thomas are going to be battling for that fourth spot. Both guys kissing the wall there a little bit, coming out of the corner. We're going to take the white flag. One more lap to go. Who's going to win it? Is it going to be Fody? Is it going to be Cooper? Cooper gets a little sideways, kisses the wall. Fody gets in the wall as well. Going down the backstretch one final time. The South Shore Racing teammates. Fody's going to go down low. He's going to dig it hard, but I think Cooper Johnson's going to get the run. It's going to be side by side at the finish. Oh, they make contact. Cooper Johnson wins. Fody comes in second. Sideways across the line.
What a drive.
Fody tried pulling that was a good battle for the win there. And good job not wrecking both your teammates for the win, as Cooper Johnson leads every lap here tonight, but had to fight for it the most on the final lap. Tyler Fody coming across the line against the inside wall. Kynan Jones in third. Dylan Thomas fourth. Alex Gretz fifth. Cameron Rich sixth. Nathaniel Cherry 7th, Nick Indelicato 8th, Seth Rawls 9th, and then Tim Conrad, Mr. Daddy OSCA, rounds out your top 10.
Let's see if this works.
There's the
Sure it does not. I apologize, guys. Primary graphics is down.
Primary graphics down, but for Cooper Johnson it doesn't matter. But we'll bring in starter interviews here post race. Kynan Jones, got to bring him up in here. We'll do that as Kynan Jones got three podium finishes, or 2 podium finishes, 2/3. That's where I got the 3 from. But Kynan, you look pretty quick out there tonight. Just not quite enough to get the win. But see that Land Shark's back. You're looking pretty fast.
Yeah, I don't know where this sudden pace came from. I knew I was good on dirt, but with all these new different runners coming in this season, I didn't know where I was going to fare. But to get 2 podiums in one season alone, but in one night, I'll be happily take that.
Yeah, it certainly, it's a very good night indeed, and especially Tyler Fody kind of being a one-offer, at least for points-wise. I think you fared pretty well. Might have been the best overall here tonight as far as the big picture is concerned. But was there anything different that maybe you could have did? It seemed like you had some times to set up and almost make those runs to go for the lead, but was it just kind of a lack of grip out there tonight?
Well, with it being dirt, there's always going to be the lack of grip, and as the race progresses, the track slicks off and the rubber builds, and with dirt tires on a rubbered surface, they don't really grip up too well, so it was always just being able to play with the throttle and set the corner up properly to not bump into the wall and lose all your momentum, but also not get a bit too sideways if you're running another groove, so very throttle dependent.
Yeah, throttle dependent. It kind of seems like might be your throttle dependence, kind of your comfort zone. We generally see you on these tracks that you kind of need to wheel it or throttle it quite a bit. That we see you run up front, which generally for a lot of these guys might not be the most comfortable for them. That what makes you feel more comfortable in the situations like road courses and dirt tracks?
Well, with my background, I kind of like doing an overall amount of variety in my racing, so I'm used to dirt. It's originally where I started and wanted to do on iRacing, but from there I just progressed into doing oval and then road racing and then dirt road. So just picking up all these different disciplinary skills and just being able to use that in different situations, and ultimately it does come in handy. And on road courses, I find that corners where you're at lower speed and having to be careful on the throttle out, like at Long Beach last season in the Xfinity car, I find that that's where I tend to find most of my pace.
Yeah, it had some awesome pace here tonight, but next week we go back to those kind of conventional part of the schedule here for OSCA competition. We're gonna head to Auto Club. What kind of confidence do you have headed into next week?
Well, when went there in the Truck Series multiple seasons ago, there was a little bit of pace in the second half, but ultimately strategy didn't come in. But then Xfinity showed me where I roughly am, and it's not the best pace. I'm not really good with those sorts of ovals, so I expect to be maybe top 15 at best, but I'm not expecting anything spectacular, unfortunately. But good points in the past 3 weeks.
Yeah, it's been a good start for you this season, but hey, sometimes those strategies, and we know you're not afraid to kind of, hang your balls out there a little bit and do what everyone else isn't doing and get a good run. So hey, you never know. We might be talking to you next week as well. But before we let you go here tonight, any shout outs you want to give?
Yeah, I just want to thank Vic Bloom, and with the little side thing he's got going on with Teespring, I don't know all the details yet, so maybe Vic will fill it in a little bit later on. But I also want to thank Adam Peeler with Nurse Aviator on Twitch. He's currently live, which is just Nurse Aviator, and that you can just find on Twitch.
It's twitch.tv/Nurse Aviator. There you go. I got
Yeah,
you,
you
bud.
can also just type in that URL, but also y'all for broadcasting every single week and putting up for our races, and the viewers at home for tuning in and giving us something to put on a show for.
Hey, you're welcome there. And so I got to ask this Teespring thing. Does that mean I can buy a Landshark t-shirt?
Coming soon. There is some OSCA stuff on there. I'll share the links later.
Link is not in description.
Yeah, link is not in description. I will
Link
share
is
it later.
not. All right, so be sure to check that out at raceosca.com. But again, congratulations, Kynan. I can't wait to get my hands on a Landshark shirt. So those teeth better be coming back out.
Well, funny you say that. Coming up to this week, there was a little bit of design work going on, and the shark teeth are going to be coming back. But at the same time, with the podiums here tonight, this is the second set of podiums that I've gotten with a Vic Bloom made car, and then last season with Johnny Eckerd running the Pinky car. So apparently I'm good with people making designs for me instead.
Hey, see, yeah, and I'm still saying that the best is when you have that intimidating those teeth behind, or I love it. I love it. Can't wait. Well, What's that?
And they're coming back on black as well.
Oh, but back in black. A little bit of shark. I'm looking forward to it. But again, congratulations, Kynan, on the podium finishes tonight, and hopefully you run better than expected next week. I have faith in you.
Thanks. I didn't have any expectations at Rockingham, and look where it got us.
Hey, boom. See, there you go. Again, well, we'll let Kynan go. Thank you for joining us. But I think that again, that's a track that a very throttle dependent to discipline there. So it was a good run for him that week, getting his win. And next up, I'm gonna bring Tyler Fode. I'm poaching him all the way from his team chat. Tyler, you could run, you can't hide, but unfortunately you couldn't pull the sweep here tonight. But a good a team night for South Shore Racing. Fode, it looked like about as chaotic as you might have expected there in half number 2.
Yeah, dude, I'm still shaking all the dirt off here right now. I mean, huge shout out to Cooper for getting the invert starting first and being able to avoid all that. But man, I think we hit every single thing tonight trying to just come from 10th place. I fell back a little, then got in some wrecks, got spun around one time. I mean, there was a lot of stuff. I think I was missing a front end. Pretty much after the whole thing, I mean, this second race was a little more chaotic, but by the time I was up there with Cooper, who had basically just been setting sail the whole race, we had by the time I got there, I had some bent wheels. I was down like 30 horsepower. We were hanging there. I was happy to just kind of be there and help Cooper maintain the lead. But yeah, I mean, the last restart, I was definitely going to try and go for it and threw it in there, and I thought I might have it halfway through the corner, and then it started stepping out. And then I was like, oh, shoot, I don't want to hit my teammate. And we were just kind of in a tail slide all the way up to his door. So got him a little bit, but glad we were both able to come across the line. And I'll take a first and a second as long as Cooper got it.
Yeah, it was an awesome finish indeed, and at least you kept Cooper honest for that victory there. And you know, there might be certain people out there, you might have a persona of not being maybe trusted on the last lap, and hey, Fody, you got it done there. I mean, that was it was a desperation move. You tried to make it stick on the bottom, and hey, you know, it worked out about as good as it could have, unless you were just maybe a fender ahead. Well, I think you might have hit him in the door, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, it was close. I will say that being down on power was definitely hurting me there, and the short runs that we had was all the chance I really had, because Cooper was pretty quick. So I was losing touch coming to the white flag, and I figured I'd throw it in and maybe he'd make a mistake. And I was watching the mirror, and I got maybe a half car clear, but it just wasn't enough. And at that point, we were just trying to not drive it into the fence off the corner. So glad to, like I said, glad to still be 1-2 there in the end.
Yeah, great team points night indeed for South Shore Racing. But when's the next time? You know, you're not out here. You're out here for checkered flags and doing well, and did that tonight. But when's the next time you'll be contributing to South Shore Racing?
I think it's going to be a little bit. It was going to be this race, Wilkesboro, and Gateway. I mean, obviously, if the schedule opens up a little bit for me, I can find some other nights to pop in. I definitely will. But as of right now, I think David's got a pretty good rotation with me and Tate Lytle, Johnny Thomas. I think Hank Steinmiller's also in this a couple times. So got a good group of people running through the car, and hopefully the good results will continue with them. Try and help out the team there and the team standings. But as of right now, it's looking like Wilkesboro and Gateway will be the other two.
All right, we'll be looking forward to seeing you back out on track when those dates hit. But with that, I don't know if you want to go through the sponsor shout-outs again?
Oh, I got to. Yeah, Nathan Benham for getting the charter again, and Traders Brewing. I'm sure they were happy with the first run, and probably pretty happy, I'd say, with the second run. We gave it everything from 10th, so shout out to them. And then, yeah, shout out to South Shore Racing and Wester Green for inviting me here tonight. And shout out to Vic for putting on the league. I always have a fun time stopping by here. And yeah, shout out to you and Carlos also for putting the broadcast on.
Well, thank you for that. But again, congratulations on the awesome night, entertaining night here tonight indeed, and have fun this weekend at Daytona.
Yeah, appreciate it.
Yeah, you bet. That's Tyler Fody coming home with the win in half number 1, and then coming home in second, side by side with the gentleman we will poach up here next. And that will be our race winner here, Cooper Johnson. And Cooper, man, it all looked like you just needed a little less cars, a little less chaos to work through, because you dominated that thing. Talk me through it a little bit.
Yeah, that was the main thing. I knew that for sure qualifying was the biggest thing for me that I wanted to focus on, and be able to put down a decent lap just to get a decent start in the first half, just because I knew that, you know, track position for me was such a big key. I'm not skilled enough to make clean passes. If you were watching me throughout the race, you'd be able to see that. But once I was able to get out to that clean air, it was so huge, just because I didn't have to worry about hitting somebody in front of me or causing a caution, because that was my biggest fear, was, you know, getting into the corner too hard and hitting somebody and turning somebody around. But yeah, all in all, this was very much needed after the first couple weeks, rough couple weeks. Outside the top 20 finishes out of the 3 out of the 4 races to start the season was not great. Last week was a rough start at the Daytona Road Course after I got spun going to the bus stop. So I definitely needed a W under my belt.
So it's got to feel good, yeah, to get that W out of the belt or under your belt, and we talked to Vic at the beginning of top of the broadcast, kind of talking about, you know, these 3 races to start off the season. You know, at Daytona Oval, we had the Daytona Roval, and then now Bristol Dirt. So 3 kind of chaotic or potentially chaotic or non-conventional tracks, I guess, that you know, generally see the meat and potatoes of a schedule. kind of got them out of the way early. It's going to jumble up, the point standings, how they generally maybe would look, at this point during the season. But next week, go to Auto Club. What's kind of the game plan? What's the outlook to kind of claw your way back up towards the top of the standings?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, like you're saying, the first 3 races out of the season are a rough start for sure for a lot of guys. Like you're saying, chaotic first 3 races is, I think, the best way to put it. But for, I think, a lot of guys, and for me personally, it's, now we're officially really starting the season. Now you get to some normal tracks and kind of get comfortable on some regular ovals, which will be nice. But yeah, I'm excited for Auto Club. I'm glad that we just kind of came out of the first couple races, somewhat clean, got ourselves a win out of it, and we're looking forward to Auto Club. I feel like with this car, it's a lot about saving tires once we get into the longer runs. If we're able to actually have some green flag runs once we get into these normal tracks, it'll be nice and hopefully playing in my hands. And we keep this momentum up. We get the win under our belt here early on, and hopefully we'll have a couple more here down the line.
Yeah, I think we definitely will. I think when bad luck doesn't strike that 91 car, it's generally up front, and we're looking forward to seeing you up front and up here in the booth on a good note more often than not.
Yes.
Throughout the season. But with that, before we let you go celebrate your victory here tonight, any shout outs that you want to give?
Firstly, want to shout out you guys once again. Thank you, Carlos, Vic, for putting on the league. Dallas also, he deserves a shout out as well. Thank you, Goody, for showing up here tonight. I know Matthew wasn't able to make it because he's off doing his, cool guy real life racing. So, yeah, I know. Good for him, but shout out to him. Shout out to 213 Simware for sponsoring us this year. Shout out to Batflip Podcast, wherever you find your podcast, go check them out. Those guys are always awesome. Shout out to Johnny Eckert and the DSCR. Those guys came on this season, and they're on the hood of the car. And very appreciate Johnny for backing me this season. And shout out to Juicebox Podcast as well. Again, wherever you find your regular podcast, be able to check those guys out. And let's head on to Auto Club. I'm excited now.
Yeah, hey, we're looking forward to it as well. But thanks for joining us, Cooper, and go get him next week.
Yep, thank you.
You bet. Cooper Johnson bringing home the win here in half number 2, leading every lap, dominating once he got the advantage of that invert. And just gotta say, looking at just even the finishing results tonight, just talking about the first 3 weeks that we've had so far this season, and what that could potentially lead to with the season standings. And we'll go over what the standings will be after tonight, next week's broadcast. And certainly you can follow along as well on Twitter at OSCA_. Did I get that right? I believe. At twitter.com.
Race_OSCA.
Race_OSCA. I was close. The underscore is key though. But I think if you type OSCA, you find it. I think I've been there before. But anyway, looking at guys like Tim Conrad getting in the top 10 tonight. Some of these guys, Gretz, he's I don't know how much we're going to see him down the line, but these guys that we don't normally see run up front or who got these good finishes to kick off the season, even though they're unconventional tracks, could give you a little bit of that momentum, a little bit of that swagger going into, I guess, the meat and potatoes of the schedule. So it's going to be really interesting that we might get some quote-unquote Cinderella stories to continue on here through the season. And definitely looking forward to Auto Club next week. We wishing, we'll be glad to have Matthew back next week, but wishing him the best of luck. And I believe they race, is it tomorrow or Saturday for the ARCA series? And do we know what car he's crewing for this week?
I believe the number 11. I don't remember who the driver is in ARCA. I believe it's the number 11 for fast track racing.
So keep an eye on that. I believe that's Saturday too, right? I believe.
Don't ask me. I don't know.
I think it's Saturday morning. Or Saturday before, like, the truck races and stuff, so you can check that out. I believe it's on FS1. Root Matthew's team, and you'll be seeing him right back here along with the rest of us at Auto Club next week. But until then, for Carlos, myself, and Vic, Dallas, thank you all for tuning in to tonight's Team Watson Racing Setups Dirt Race here at Bristol. And we look forward to seeing you once again right here, same time next week on 3 Wide TV as the OSCA Weekend Woodsman Series heads to Auto Club Speedway. But until then, you guys have a good week and good night now.